The African cuisine is just as diverse as the people of Africa. Their food varies from one culture to another, spreading through the north, south, west, and east of this distinct continent. It is difficult to pick out favorite dishes, especially for our touristers to try out. However, we managed to select some of the most exquisite meals anyone must try in Africa this 2022. If you happen to find yourself in any of the countries which will be shown shortly, do not hesitate to grab a plate. 1. Garri and Eru. Cameroon. Eru is a palm oil vegetable soup originally from Cameroon. It is a staple meal for the Bayangi people of Manyu, in the southwest region of the country. The dish is usually prepared with sliced leaves of Eru alongside water leaf or spinach, whichever works for the chef. Palm oil, smoked meat, and fish are also added to the pot, as well as crayfish and cow skin. Most people add properly washed and dried snails too. Dried snails is commonly called Congo meat or Nyamagoroh, or simply Yama amongst Cameroonians. Eru leaves, or simply Eru, is scientifically known as Netum africanum, is a vine gymnosperm species found natively throughout tropical Africa. This rich soup is accomplished by Garri, which is ground fried cassava, or water fufu, which is ground fermented cassava, both prepared with hot water. The dish is widely enjoyed in Cameroon, as continental and European restaurants in the country have added it on their menu. Some immigrants from Cameroon who have moved to Europe and other continents have opened up restaurants where African dishes like Eru are served. Some tourists have rated it a 5-star dish, while others cannot seem to get enough of this nation's delicacy and are requesting to have a 10-star scale to rate Eru. If you're already salivating and enjoying this video, then give it a like before we continue. 2. Jollof rice. Nigeria. If you have been wondering where to try out spicy food, then Nigeria is just the place you've been looking for. Located in West Africa, Nigeria is famously known for its wide variety of tribes and ethnic groups. This diversity has made them rich in different culinary traditions. Their cuisines vary from state to state, but the meal which has succeeded to stand out as a favorite for her inhabitants and tourists is the Nigerian jollof rice. Rice is common in most parts of Nigeria and is known as an everyday meal in some homes of the country. Many households in Nigeria make it a point and a part of growing up to teach their children the recipe for jollof rice, and it has grown to be the most common meal in every Nigerian home. Stewed in diced tomato sauce, it is prepared in almost all celebrations on the Nigerian soil and served with fried plantains, popularly known as dodo. The dish may come off to spectators as an easy meal, but food bloggers in Nigeria insist that it is a craft which the cook has to master carefully in order to have the perfect pot of jollof rice. This mouth-watering meal can be found in different states in Nigeria. Nigerians in Europe and around the world prepare this meal, some as a source of livelihood, while others do it to remember a taste of home. 3. Moussaka. Chicken with moambe. Congo. This Congolese dish hasn't been talked about enough. The specialties of the Congo have been known to be rich in spicy flavors, and they have a warm effect in the mouth. Similar to other African countries, their meals are mostly accompanied by yam, rice, plantains, and cassava, which is usually either boiled or fried. This traditional delicacy is not only known in the Congo, but is well acquainted abroad. It is made up of roasted chicken, prepared in a sauce gotten from palm nuts, giving it a smooth and reddish look. The dish is served with either rice, plantains, or cassava, depending on the individual's choice. Even if you do not find yourself in the Democratic Republic of Congo, you can still try this amazing meal abroad and get a taste of the country's favorite. 4. Banku and tilapia. Ghana. Let us leave the battle between Nigerian and Ghanaian jollof for another video. On the streets of Accra, the inhabitants of this town have always been known to enjoy their home recipe of grilled fish, also known as tilapia. It is considered a delicious delicacy, especially amongst the locals. The fish is complemented by banku, a mixture of cassava dough and fermented corn, and served with very hot pepper, fried onions, and tomatoes. One very important thing which comes with this meal is shito, a famous Ghanaian hot chili condiment. It is a spicy, sweet, and powerful pepper sauce, which goes with most Ghanaian dishes. The dish is common among the people who live by the coast of the country. So, on your next trip to Ghana, be sure to visit the beach and make your stay in Ghana worthwhile. 5. Bobotie. South Africa. Known for its geographically distinct features, South Africa is one of the most varied countries on the African continent. She has a population of over 60 million people, ranging from blacks, whites, mixed race, people of the Asian descent. As diverse as their people are, their food and culture are no different. A delicious dish which happens to be a national dish of the country is the bobotie. It was brought to the country from Indonesia in the 17th century and adopted by the Cape Malay community. The community is made up of descendants of slaves and political refugees from Indonesia and Malaysia. Today, it is enjoyed in many South African homes and restaurants. The meal is prepared with ground meat, mixed with traditional spices like herbs, dry fruits, and curry powder, and it is topped with a mixture of egg and milk, then baked in a food pan till it is set. If you're still watching this, then you're definitely enjoying it. Subscribe now to and turn on notifications for more interesting videos about everything Africa. 6. Asa, Ethiopia. Aside from being Africa's oldest independent country, Ethiopia is also the second most populated country in Africa with over 115 million people. Their calendar has always made them stand out from other countries, but more than that, they have incredible cuisines which has a lot to say about their cultures and ethnic backgrounds. The meal which has caught the attention of many is their asa, which is cooked fish. The fish is served entirely whole, and like most of their dishes, it is eaten by hand. The fish is accompanied by bread and a bowl of sauce to complement it. 7. Ngwo, goat pepper soup, Nigeria. As mentioned before, the ethnic diversity of the Nigerian people has given them a great deal of varieties to always choose from. Ngwo is a very spicy meal cooked with goat meat and other traditional spices to create a hot spicy soup which is also used as a remedy for common colds. The dish is known amongst the Igbo people who usually use onions and tomatoes in their preparation of the dish. If you are looking for something spicy and hot during the rainy seasons in Nigeria, Ngwo is just the meal. 8. Chipsy mayai, omelette and French fries, Kenya. Are you a fan of street food and just so happen to be in Kenya? You wouldn't be doing yourself any justice by leaving without trying their fast food delicacy, which is a combination of salted, crunchy fries with eggs. It is an easy-to-prepare meal and is very popular on the streets of Kenya and Tanzania. 9. Fufu and cotti, Cameroon. This dish is known to be one of Cameroon's favorite dishes, and it's common among the people of the northwest region. The meal originated from there and is prepared with green vegetables, also known as huckleberry and ground corn, which is prepared in hot water. It is served with spicy smoked chicken, giving it just the right amount of smoke flavor needed for the dish. It is prepared with palm oil and eaten with the hands, as some locals have affirmed that cutleries do no justice to this exquisite meal. Most Cameroonians even say that cotti tastes better when served on warm plantain leaves. I have eaten it on warm plantain leaves, and I can confirm that this is true. Fufu and cotti is served in many restaurants across the country, and it is an everyday meal for most homes in the northwest region of Cameroon. 10. Posong sale, Gabonese salted cod stew, Gabon. Popularly known for her richness in African wildlife, this list cannot be complete without mentioning one of the most delicious dishes on a typical Gabonese dinner table. The posong sale is a nutritious meal which is widely loved by the Gabonese people. It is prepared with different types of vegetables and codfish, which enhances the meal's nutritional value. It can be eaten with starchy foods like rice and fermented cassava. Africa has been richly blessed with varieties of nutritional meals. The list could go on for days. If you're visiting any of these countries, having a taste of their delicacies will make your stay worthwhile. That's it for our top 10 African dishes to try in 2022. Leave a comment if you think there's a delicacy on this continent which deserves to be on the list and wasn't mentioned. Which African dish would you like to try in 2022? Leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel to get more exciting and amazing content. See you in our next video.